guys, it's Super Review Show. So George Lucas is not directly involved in Indiana Jones 5. Now, for those of you who may be saying, what? This is ridiculous. Think about something for a sec. George Lucas was the one who directed the prequels. He was heavily involved in Indiana Jones 4. And what did I not like about Lucasfilm at that point? I didn't like any of their stuff they were putting out. I absolutely hated. Looking back, I did not enjoy Crystal Skull at all. And I saw it in theaters too, and I was like, I wish I got my money back on that one. But still, it made a ton of money. They're making another one, but the reviews and the mixed reactions were so much so that they took my favorite beloved character in movies and really just diminished him to a much of CGI character. I can go into a whole thing with I can go into a whole thing with the Indiana Jones 4. I'm not going to do that. But still, it didn't do well because George Lucas was yes, George. There's a thing out there called Yes, George. I don't know if you can ever look it up. Like, during the filming of the prequels, George Lucas actually had no one to check in with him. And that's why he's just not a skilled director. George Lucas has always been a great storyteller, but he's never been a great director. Back when Star Wars came out in '77, and back when American Graffiti came out, he was doing great. He was doing it as great as a director. But now, at the time the prequels came out and the time Indiana Jones was, he was just king of Lucasfilm, making all of his billions of dollars off Star Wars and stuff, and Indiana Jones. And I'm glad Disney owns it. I'm not a big fan of Disney, corporate Disney, but I will say that I'm a big fan of what Disney has done with Star Wars so far. And it's one film, but it's made over $2 billion. And that shows how much time and energy they put into it. Indiana Jones, you got to win me back, Lucasfilm. You got to win me back, because that fourth one was a wreck. Like, I'm getting angry thinking about it. Sitting in the theater watching the Russians beat up Indiana Jones. Oh, I'm not even into it. Okay. But anyways, aside from that preamble, okay, George Lucas is not involved in it with Indiana Jones 5. This is a good and bad thing. Notice how I said that he directed the prequels and he was heavily involved in Indiana Jones 5. He's not head of Lucasfilm anymore. He's not a part of Lucasfilm anymore. I literally don't think he's a producer. I think he's a consultant. That's really low in the studio system. Not only that, right? But here's the thing. He is a great storyteller. He invented Star Wars. He incorporated the hero's journey into Star Wars. He did all this stuff, right? And same thing with Indiana Jones, a 1930s archaeologist. That's great. And then the way he brought in Spielberg to direct it, that was great. So I'm actually upset that he's not. I'm happy that he's not involved, but I'm sad at the same time. I'm happy because he's not going to overshadow stuff and go, we need to do this. No. I'm glad, but that's the happy part. But the sad part is he's not going to put his input in. He's not going to have any story input. He's a great storyteller. I just don't think that he's going to... I would love his story. I don't want his input. You know? You see what I'm saying there? Anyways, I've gone off on this for a little while. What do you guys have to say about this? Do you guys like that George Lucas is not involved with Indiana Jones 5? Please leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But for all of your Indiana Jones updates, keep it locked on the Super Review Show. J-Man, off to work. I'll see you guys later.